It's darling, never stops talking. All right, guys, do you remember in third grade when you learned how to round numbers up and down? You had your number lines. Now remember, we had a line. That is a line. Line. Okay, number line. Got it? All right, we gave you a number and you did the two benchmarks. I'm just gonna show an example before I have you do it. So, if I said to you the number 27, two things you had to do. You put the two benchmarks. You put the lower benchmark right there, which would have been, you would just take that 7 away and put it as a 0. You know that's a line now, right? Talking to you. You know that's a line. Okay, but then our upper benchmark, we round it up. If we would round up, that would be add numbers to that to get to the nearest 0, which would be what? 27 plus 28, 29, what comes after 29? It is 30. That's our other benchmark. Then you marked in the middle, right in the middle. What was midway that told us whether we rounded down or up? Remember, it was 4 or less, give it a rest. 5 and above, give it a shove. Okay, so in the middle, we're going to have our benchmark, or not our benchmark, but our in the middle is 25. If that number went above, 5 and above, we gave it a shove. It would be right here. We then knew that we would round to the number 30. Now, one thing that's a little different on this particular assignment, instead of using a number line that's like this, all they did is they flipped it on you. Why they flipped it, I don't know. Ask Blake, he might be able to tell you. So now they flipped it, and you can see it here, to be like this, going up and down. So it'll be the same way. Our lower one would be 20, our upper one would be 30, our midpoint 25, and we're at 27, meaning we still round the same way. It's the only thing that's different. Okay, let's do a couple practice. Let's erase that. Okay, you ready? Go ahead and on your whiteboard, draw your number line. All right, I'm gonna give you the number. Get your whiteboard out. Remember, first ones to get it are the ones who get the treat from me. Okay, here we go. Your number, your very first number is, don't peek, no peeking. Right there, go. 72. Oh, who's gonna get it? Who's gonna be the fastest? All right, this is where we will push pause while you go around the room. And we've unpaused. All right, 72 was our number. So that means we just add a 0 to 1, which would be our lower, 70. Upper, we would have to add up, it'd be 80. Midpoint, 75. 72 would be right there, meaning we round to 70. Okay, good job. I think you guys got this. Now, we're gonna be just doing a little bit harder. A little bit harder. Okay, this time, guys, I want you to draw your number line a little bit different like I just showed you, which is a little different, which I don't know why we changed it around. But we do. You're fourth graders, you're super smart, so you can do it. Okay, number line up and down. Put your 2 lines for your benchmark. You can go ahead and put your midpoint as well. That's okay. Now, the number I'm going to give you. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? All right, thank you, fourth graders. Your number now. You ready? Here we go. 475. Go. And we go down the road, 5, 10, now 5. All right, press pause here. We'll be right back. All right, how did you guys do? So if I was to do this particular one, I'm of course gonna look at my number. Oh, I forgot to tell you what to round it to. My bad. So, could have been one of 2 ways. You either rounded to the nearest 5, or you rounded to the nearest 100, or you rounded to the nearest 10. I'm going to want you for these to round to the nearest 100 on this one. So I'm going to show you the 100. nearest hundred. So we would add 2 zeros, right, instead of 1. So that'd be 400. In the middle, up there, it'd be 2 zeros again. And we know 4 plus 1 is 500. We can just add 1 to the hundreds because we're rounding to the nearest hundred. Okay, now the middle would be 450. So if 475 was down here, we would round down. If it was up here, we would round up. But as you know, 475 would be right there, which means we would round to 500. Okay, go ahead and get your whiteboard ready. Here comes your next one. I'm gonna erase that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Okay, next one's gonna be hard, but you can do this. You can do it. We're gonna round to the nearest hundred. Got your line? Here we go. Remember, nearest hundred. Don't let Mr. Wilkes trick you. Nearest hundred, 8,215. And go. You press and pause. And woo, we're back. Okay, how'd you do? Nearest hundred. So I know I'm gonna have an 8 either way because the second number is a 2. So I know it's gonna be 8,000 and something. I'm gonna add up this time. So 2 plus 1, because nearest hundred would be 300. So 8,300. Next one would be 8,000, and I just have to change those two numbers, the 1 and the 5, to zeros. 8,200. Middle between there is always going to have a 5. Remember, our midpoint always has a 5. Our midpoint always has a, right, 5. So, 8,200, because it's in between. Let's move that. 500, or 50. Oh, no. 8,250, that's correct. 8,250. So, and our number was what? Our number was down here at 8,215. So we rounded to 8,200. One more, and then it's time to do your homework. Are you ready? All right. One more, then homework. One more, because you want to get to your homework. Well, remember, it's not homework, it's classwork and spillover. Okay. Our last one, our last practice, if you will, is, oh, let's find a hard one. Oh, here we go. Okay, now this time, guys, round to the nearest hundred. Go. 6,915. Press pause, we'll be right back. All right. Are you ready? I think you're ready. Okay, let's see. 6,915. I told you to round to the nearest hundred. Pay attention to what you're rounding to. So, I know that rounding up, oh, this is what's tricky, nearest hundred. We know if it's 9, this bottom one's going to be 6,900, right? Because that's our lower number. We just have to put 2 zeros. But now when we round up, it's actually going to go up to what? Might have been tricky for you. 7,000. All right. In between would be 6,950. Our number, 6,915, would go right there. So we would have rounded to 6,900. All right. Pay attention how to do your work. If you're not sure what to do, rewatch this video, rewatch your homework, and make sure you click submit.